Gordon, they were taking bite back to trade for Eric Gordon right now.
You couldn't turn around.
They do that right now in a heartbeat. They take that man.
Hey, I saw that they got Tatum in the race for MVP.
Yeah, they number one right now.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah,
He
they
deserves
always
it.
gonna have the
When he
best
playing,
player on the top seed in that race.
Not
Not
all,
Donovan Mitchell. Not Donovan Mitchell.
yeah, or Devin Booker.
Or Jeff Teague or Al Horford. Remember? Or Paul Millsap. Remember?
Yeah, that's not all.
Damn,
Donovan
where the
Mitchell,
fuck Chris Paul been at this
Mitchell,
year,
Devin Booker
man? My dog
is
He
not
hurt.
playing better than
finally,
those two
Chris
players.
Paul
my
hurt.
dog finally showing age, huh?
Your mic still like you're warping.
No, that ain't me.
God,
No, I'm talking about Chris. I'm talking about truck.
Oh,
I'm talking about.
okay.
But yeah, like
Yeah, I think we
Portland.
seen the last of Chris Paul.
Max Strauss is underrated. He underrated. He underrated.
Max Truce.
Shaq Truce, he underrated.
Yeah, he took Duncan Robinson job.
He underrated. I doubt Tatum keep it up. Why?
Who said
Why? Hold on.
that?
You know. It's funny. Dejon, like Tatum is known for having like a lackluster first halves and then have like a great second half. Now it's like he's starting off well. Like I mean, he's changing his habits. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't.
He just can't put the first and the second half together, huh?
No, I just said no. I just simply and said that the first half he'll always be shaky beginning of the season, and he turns up the second half. He's turned up right now. Like
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I
right
mean?
though. You're right though because he never really been in
The-
that MVP
I
race
mean,
like
listen in the
that
game.
before
Listen in the game.
because he ain't consistent enough.
In the game, it's saying in the game and that he's playing right now. Look at how he's hooping now. He's getting easier shots. He gets
But
to
you
the
know
free
what?
throw line
True,
more. He gets to the
but
free throw
true.
line more.
Sure, I already see what the media. I can already see what they cooking up the narrative. Look, check this out, True. I told you for the last 4-5 years they've been
Listen,
trying to.
Luka, it's gonna be. I know
Hold
what
on,
it is.
bro. Let me. Look, they trying to give to Luca. What they gonna say? They gonna say Boston as a team is good, and he just on a really good team. And they gonna say Luca carrying them niggas,
Right.
and he
Well,
getting
where the
triple
Mavericks
double.
at
Like
right now? They a top seed.
that's an absolute fact. Listen, what you said, Salute, is an absolute fact. But when you play that narrative game, though,
That's all the
another
MVP
narrative.
is. That's all it is. A narrative. It's a
Right, but
narrative award.
I'll say this: if Emi Doga didn't get the situation didn't happen, then Luka would have that narrative would be real strong, right?
Yeah. Tatum is
That's
he's actually kind of close to Luka as a player. Like a lot
they
of
the
people
same
just
tier.
think that,
They the same tier, bro. Let's
yeah, a
call it
lot of
how it is.
people
Like
just
nigga,
think that Luka is like miles ahead of
they're the
Tatum
same
because
tier.
of the offense. But
Jason Tatum caught up. They the same tier. He caught up.
No,
Like it or not, he
and I
caught
ain't
up.
got no problem. And I ain't got no problem with just Tatum. But let's just look. But true. Last year that was Tatum first all team, right?
Yeah.
Luca going on his fourth.
Yeah, I'm not denying like what you're saying is not wrong, and I'm not questioning whether like
what,
if Luca
first
win,
team all NBA?
yeah, because Luca,
First team All NBA.
I think I picked Luca to win MVP. Like I predicted him to win the MVP. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but I'm saying is the narrative game. You could play the narrative game back. You know what I mean? This
Y'all
is
niggas gonna
what.
have to.
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all
like
gonna.
the all NBA teams, that
Listen.
holds
When you
like
say that,
way
like you
more
say number
weight than
one record
all
in the
stars
number
for
one
me.
record in the league, yeah, of course. Things got to play a part of that. I
Y'all,
agree.
y'all got to win 75 games to beat Luca
Come on,
to get for him
75,
to get MVP out of it.
75.
But
But this is it.
all I'm gonna
But
say is Luka is a better offensive player, and Tatum is a better defensive player. So I don't know
Yeah,
how you gonna.
Tatum is by
I don't know how you
far
gonna make
way
it work.
better than Luka
now
on
that's the thing
defense,
too,
but
though,
Luka
because
is way better than him
That's
on
my thing.
offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Luka is
That's
Now,
what
not
I'm
way
now,
better
saying.
now, when you say
offensively.
a
Luka is
better
not
offense,
way better offensively
yeah, when
than
you say
he's
better
not
offense,
way.
Shit,
No,
bro,
he's
it ain't.
not.
Man, Luka is
bro.
way
No,
better
he's not.
offensively than
No, he's
Jason
not. He's
Tatum.
But
not
Luka
Luka,
way
And way
also
better.
better
Hold on.
don't.
Luka
playmaker.
does everything.
Hold on. He's not. He's
Luka
better.
just had a
Hold on,
50
hold on,
point triple double.
hold on. Luka is better, but he's not way better. He's not way better offensively
Yeah,
than
I
True,
Tatum.
think his
Luka just had
offense
a
is
He
50
just
way
point
better.
triple
Hold
double.
on. Let's
Because,
do this. Let's
bro,
do this.
he
bro,
only way better as a playmaker.
Hold on.
he
Jason
got a
Tatum is more
99%
efficient.
usage rate, my nigga.
It
He better
doesn't
have
matter.
50.
It doesn't matter. He
It
still
do
had a
matter if he
50 point
going
Tatum
triple. No,
scoring
it
Tatum
it.
wouldn't
doesn't.
do
Come
that
on,
in that role though. Fuck no.
Bro,
First of
If
all, Jason
Tatum had the
Tatum.
ball in his hands all game, it'll be a disaster.
that's what I'm saying, grind hard. Like, bro, I'm not even really capping. I'm just when you say he way better offensively,
He's not.
he's not. Like you making it seem like
Yeah.
it's just light years better. Like
Hold on, let's do
if
this.
he
Hold
had
up. If you
that
look at
same
shooting
usage rate, it'd be
percentage, if
crazy.
you look at shooting percentage, it's not even close. He shoot a way better percentage than
The
Luka.
shooting percentage overrated. It just
How is
look
it?
good
But
on the
what? Oh, now
stat
you're just
sheet.
Yeah.
saying shit. Now you're just saying
It
Oh,
shit.
that's
look good on the
overrated.
Now you're just
stat
Oh,
saying
now
sheet.
shit.
that's
Luka
Now
got more
now
he's
that's
offensive
It just
responsibility.
look
He's
good.
shooting
Man,
all
shooting
the
percentage
late
just
hold on,
look
hold on,
good
shot
on
hold
the
on. What you
stat
blocks.
mean?
sheet.
Hold on, hold
Let's
on.
be real here.
Hold on. You said
He's the bailout
responsibility.
guy.
Hold on. Okay, he has more offensive responsibility. That well, Jason, it depends on the situation. Jason, sometimes Jason Tatum is sometimes facilitating a lot. It all depends on the situation.
Oh no, Jason Tatum is a trash facilitator.
How?
Yeah,
Trash.
him and Brown
How?
trash
Look,
watch
did
this.
you,
facilitators.
you
He
did you
not
not
on
see them
Luca
in the
level
final
though.
with all them
Watch
turnovers they had?
That's
You
why
talking
y'all
about
lost
Did
last
you
in the
not
year?
see them in the
finals.
I
That's
didn't.
final?
Hold
exactly
on, hold
why
on, hold
y'all
on, hold on.
lost.
But first of all, I'm not questioning. We're not gonna question the turnover. We know that he turned the ball. We get the what happened. But saying that he can't pass at all is stupid, bro. We can't say he can't
He's not a
pass.
good. He's not a good playmaker.
But
Is
true,
all
watch
I'm
this trick
saying.
bag. But true, watch this trick bag, right? Okay, what the Celtics got the game 6 right, and they said all them turnovers. Luka damn near got fucking swept by the same team, and they don't use that against Luka. You see how these niggas do?
Right.
Look
Yeah,
at
like
that.
it's
Both teams lost.
crazy.
If
It
that
don't
was
matter.
Braun, you niggas would be like, that nigga got fucking
Come
swept,
on, bro.
nigga.
You
But
Like
gotta
we
look
know,
at
understand
and y'all
something.
niggas just
You
act
gotta
like
like
he
that,
understand
can't pass.
something.
like I said, Luca. Listen, we're not gonna like. We all can me, says Lou. We all can agree that Luca is a better offensive player. But saying that he's way better is ridiculous, bro. That
To me,
he's
he
way
I
way
more.
think
better.
so.
To
I
me, he
think his
way better.
offense, his
Jason Tatum was
levels
more
are
He
efficient.
up.
way
He's a,
better.
oh,
To
Jason
me,
Tatum was more efficient.
I just
No,
told
it
you
ain't about the
efficiency is
numbers
overrated,
though,
bro.
bro. It ain't about the
I just
numbers.
How it
told
ain't
you
about the
It's about
efficiency
numbers?
the
You
is
talking about
overrated.
play when
capability.
you talking about playmaking? How it ain't about the numbers when we know why y'all saying that?
Efficiency is overrated, bro. I just
How is
told
it
you that.
physically overrated? Hold
No,
up.
no, no.
Y'all
You
saying
know what's an overrated stat? Assists. That's an overrated ass stat.
That's his. If you want to talk about overrated,
Because
that's his
because
overrated.
niggas be passing the ball and a nigga do like 3 fucking dribbles and a step back and then they give him the assist. So that's another fucking overrated ass. And then just
well,
throwing up
I kind of
lobs
agree
and
with
Yeah,
that. I
That's
kind
not
of agree with that, but I
that's.
also agree with that.
yeah, I agree with
Shooting
that.
percentage is overrated,
Hold on,
though.
hold. You said Luca playing on a less talented team, but okay, that
now
be
I give him that,
that's
but
true.
that's why he scored. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
And let's kill that. Okay, he played on a less talented team, but Jason Tatum has way more responsibility. Make that make sense.
Wait,
Make
huh?
that make
Well,
sense.
offensively, he got more
I'm talking about
responsibility.
everything.
Hell no.
I'm talking about everything.
He don't have more response.
That's
True,
the fuck
stop
he
it.
do. What the fuck
Hell
he?
He
no.
don't
Jason
have no
Tatum
the hell he
sometimes.
don't.
Jason
Stop
Tatum
it.
sometimes guard their best
No,
player.
True,
the
Hold on,
stop
Celtics
it.
are way
hold on.
Hey,
more.
Sister Lou,
dude, he
Sister
got
Lou.
Jalen
Hold
Brown
on, hold
with
What
on.
we
him.
say?
Let's
He
What
don't
hold
we
on.
have
say?
I'm
no
gonna
more
give a point. I'm gonna give a
responsibility.
point. Hold on. Okay, so okay, so both teams. So we look, Mavericks and Celtics play the Grizzlies, right? Early this year, right? So far, right?
Yeah.
So it was crunch time, right? Celtics versus Celtics, right? Who was guarding John Morant in crunch time?
Tatum.
Would they ever act? Would Luca ever had
Yeah,
that responsibility to do
that don't
that?
really. But you know what? That don't help because the Mavericks blew us out. That don't really help though.
But I'm talking about responsibility. I ain't talking about the result. I'm talking about the responsibility. Okay, what you have to do for your
Yeah,
team.
yeah. Luka not guarding nobody best player.
Like he's not doing that. Jason Tatum will guard KD and still
And
has to
Tatum don't
average.
do it every time. You
He
got
does it a
Brown
lot
there.
though.
You got
He not
defenders
guard.
there. He's
He does it a
surrounded
lot.
by good
Man, what do you
He
mean?
does it a lot.
Did y'all not see him fucking clamp up KD bitch ass? Did y'all not see that?
Come on, bro. They switch. We not. There's
Yeah, but
plenty.
my
Jason
point
Tatum was
is
going.
Luca's offense is way better than Tatum's. That's
It's
what my
not way
opinion
better though. It's
is.
better. It's
No,
better,
no,
but it ain't way
it's a
better.
different system. Like that's what we talking about. Like y'all gotta.
So
Just because
Tatum can
that's
go
that Jason
to go
kid,
to the Mavericks and average what Luca's averaging right now.
bro. He would average
He
more
can average
if you
over
put him in.
30. I don't think Luke can average a triple
And y'all,
double, but
and
he
let's
can
not
get a triple
downplay.
double
Ho-
like as
right,
much as Luca can.
right. And
That's
here's
Okay,
the
let me
thing
ask you a
too.
question. If you put Jalen Brown on the Mavericks, would he be averaging as many points?
and he led look, and
What?
he
Hold on,
led them
Grindhard,
to the Western
Grindhard. Hold on,
Conference Finals.
Grindhard. Hold on, real quick. If you put Jalen Brown on the Mavericks, would Luka be averaging as many points as he does?
No,
No, no, I
Nah,
disagree.
Okay,
I
then.
don't think
So
funny.
he
You know what's
will.
funny? But you know what's funny though, right? Jason Tatum averaged the same amount of points as Luca with Jalen Brown.
exactly.
nah, he
What?
would.
What?
Of course, he would average the same thing if he had Jalen Brown. I mean, Jalen Brown, yeah, but No, I'm
Luka
just
got a
saying though,
98%
bro. It's like
usage rate.
the Celtics be
Luka's
bringing
just an
in
all
point
around better
guards. The
offensive player.
Celtics been bringing in point guards Tatum whole career to take the ball out of his hands. Like he can't
Yeah,
carry your offense the
He
way
has though.
Luka
We seen him
can.
do it though.
he
We
can't.
seen him
No, we
do it.
haven't seen him do it. Last time we
We
saw him
oh
do it was a disaster, and that was in the finals.
No, he
And,
didn't.
and
No,
he
he
and
didn't.
he don't do
he led a
everything
team.
defensively. He
He
do
led
a
a team
lot
to the finals.
defensively, but
He led a
y'all
team
got
to the
good
finals. He was
defenders.
like second. He was second in assists
That ain't
last
what
year.
I'm talking. But
When he was second in
but the
assists last
finals
year on the
happened.
team.
Yeah, he led
Nah,
a team to
not
the
we
finals,
not
but then
talking
the
about a
finals happened.
series. We talking about day in,
But
day out
Luca didn't get to the
responsibility.
finals. Luca got damn near got
He
swept.
didn't. He didn't.
All
He
I know
didn't. But
is
he
all I
led a
know.
team to the finals,
Well, all
and
I
we
know
see
is
what
this.
Shit,
happened in
he
the
beat the
finals.
top seed, the Suns.
We
Ain't
saw what
nobody
happened in the
think they
finals.
finna beat the
Man,
Suns.
Don't do
but he
let's not play that
what?
narrative. Let's not
Who
do that.
Tatum
Talking
beat?
about
Who Tatum beat
hold up.
that we
Let's
ain't
not do
think he
that.
was finna
See,
beat?
now you put your foot in
The
your mouth
Bucks,
now. You put
the
your foot in your
Nets.
mouth. Hold, you put your
Without
foot
Man,
now.
I knew they were
Middleton,
gonna beat
they
the
Hold on,
was
hold
Bucks.
on,
I
hold
knew
up,
they were
supposed to
gonna
hold
beat the
up,
lose to
Bucks
hold
without
up,
Middleton.
Middleton.
hold up.
I knew they were gonna beat the Bucks without
Hold up.
Middleton.
Y'all said, listen, don't use that now because y'all was saying the Celtics was a fraudulent, only a regular season team going into the playoffs. So let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah, and
Y'all say,
y'all talking about the one seed. Y'all niggas ain't never put respect on Utah when they was the one seed. So now y'all putting Suns.
Dude,
Man, that shit don't
what are
matter,
you
man.
saying?
The
They,
Phoenix. What, hold
Nah,
on,
the
wait a
Sun,
minute.
Jester.
the
Phoenix. They
Suns
were
are
in the
way better
weakest.
than Utah. The Suns
Wait a
No,
are
they
minute.
they
weren't.
Wait a
No,
swept
they
minute.
weren't.
But
Utah
this
in
the
the
thing
regular
though.
That's the
season.
This the
weakest
thing.
They
division.
You
proved that
said,
they better than
In the
Utah. That's
but
what I'm
you
NBA.
just
saying,
said
King.
that we didn't think that we thought that the Celtics was a regular season team. They
That
beat
ain't what I.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn was
that
a
was a
7
narrative. That
seed.
was a narrative, bro. That was
Brooklyn
on
was a
here.
7 seed.
Hold up,
Like,
bro.
what they
Hold
do?
up. But Mingo, we're not. But listen, we're
No, they
not
was
gonna
only a
come here and
seven seed
cap
because no, so you capping because they was
to
only a
the
seven seed
injuries.
because Kyrie didn't play in the injury. Stop
It
it.
doesn't matter. They still was
They
the
were
'Cause-
7
number
seed,
one.
But
regardless of
here's
what
the
was
They
point.
injured.
Hold
no
up,
no
Though.
they
but
would no they were the seven seed because of injuries and Kyrie missed
They
like half the
still
season.
was the 7 seed. It
right.
doesn't matter
Hold
why
Nigga,
up.
it
That
was the
nigga,
being
they
hold
seven
up.
were the
But
seed. That
that
favorite
was
to
the
but
win the
7 seed.
but
championship. Nigga, what is you talking
and
about?
Nigga, what is you
that
talking about? You making
Mingo,
excuses.
hold up,
I'm
Mingo.
not
But
making.
that
How am I
being
making
hold up.
excuses? I'm telling you what it
Nope.
was. It's
Nobody making
reality.
excuses.
No,
Hold up.
I'm
I
telling
have
you
to
what it
say,
was.
hold up though. Hold
So
up.
they weren't the favorites to win it all, Jester. The Nets.
They were favored to beat the
Dude,
Celtics. They were favored to
They
beat
were
the
yeah they were
Celtics.
favored to beat the
What you
Celtics in the
talking
first
about in that
round.
series that the Celtics just swept them in? They wasn't
a
favored
Don't
in
do
seven
that
that.
seed.
Stop
series.
talking
No,
about
that's
the
just the
results and stop
result.
talking about
No,
the
see, stop
results.
it. See, that's just
And
the
you
result.
No, hell no, they wasn't favored.
don't do
They
that,
they
bro. Cause
had a bunch of shit
there was
going on.
nobody out
Hell
here.
no.
Nobody thought that the Celtics was going to sweep the Nets. Let's not do that, bro.
Niggas was
Let's
betting
not do
money.
that.
Yeah,
Niggas was
probably
betting
not
money the Nets was
sweet, but
gonna
we knew you
win.
was
What are you,
finna
on these
win. Come on
panels?
now.
Come
On
on, we
these
would bet
panels,
money.
niggas was putting
We
money
would
up. The
bet
Nets was
money on.
gonna
Come on,
win.
bro. Come on now. Come
It
on.
doesn't matter. They both
Yeah,
lost
that's
though. The
It's not.
Niggas,
Celtics
That's
niggas,
not
won
the
Jester,
and
point.
the
Jester,
Nets lost.
Jester, you was here. Niggas was putting up 200 on
I
multiple
don't know
panels, and
about
the
all
Nets
that.
was gonna
I don't know about
win.
all that. But what I do know is they both
Ah, come
lost.
on.
The
See, now
Celtics
y'all, now
lost and
y'all,
the
now
Nets
y'all,
lost.
now y'all Ray Charles. Now y'all ain't see nothing.
Come
The
on,
Nets
bro.
was favored.
They
The
were
Nets was
favored to
they
favored in
was
the
Lost to
favored
the
motherfucker.
as
Like
the
Celtics.
seventh seed to beat
it's ridiculous.
Boston.
They were
Niggas
favored,
didn't
bro. Hold up.
believe they was a real seven
Let
seed.
me say that.
Thank,
Let
The
me
thank you,
fuck?
Renegade. Thank
hold.
you.
I don't think the sports books
Right.
had
Hold
that.
on. No, listen. This is what it was. This was the leading up to the playoff. It was like they were saying the Nets. Nobody wanted to play the Nets because they was a low seed. Listen, nobody wanted to play the Nets. That was the narrative of them going to the
Yeah, but
playoffs.
people always say that for teams
But that
So
though.
what
doesn't
did
matter what
Vegas
it
say?
was though.
That
That's
So
what
don't
what
it
did
mean you
was.
Vegas say?
finna
What
beat
Vegas?
the
Who
one
Vegas
seed
had
in
to
the
say?
They
first
were
round.
saying the Celtics was stupid. They were saying the Celtics was dumb for getting the second seed.
Bro, how
They was
often
saying
do a seven seed
Yeah, they
beat a
said the
two
Celtics was supposed
seed?
to. They
How
said y'all
often
supposed.
does
They said
that
the
happen?
Celtics should have ducked the Nets. Y'all should have took whoever the sixth seed was. I forgot.
they were saying they should have played try to play the Raptors or the Bulls. Because
Right,
remember
right. Yeah,
Celtics,
The
remember
Bulls. Yeah, the Bulls.
because
The
Celtics
Bulls.
wasn't even rested. Remember the end of the season, Celtics was they deliberately went to get that second seed.
Shit, the Lakers
Damn,
was they couldn't they was the seventh seed. They
damn, that
couldn't
much
beat
faith in
the
the
Suns.
Man, but that was the same
You a seventh
situation.
seed for a
Hold
reason.
on, but still though the Lakers had the same expectations though.
Cause they was
They
hurt.
lost too. But no, the point is, but yeah, but
Yeah, the
that's
Lakers were favored though
but that's a
before the
little bit
series
different.
started.
Listen, nobody thought the Celtics was going to do that to
Nets
the
was
Nets
hurt.
like that.
Bearden got
So,
traded.
so wait a minute. So you telling
Wait,
me
who
that
got
Vegas
traded?
had that much faith in that the Nets were
Bearden.
gonna beat the
Yeah, because
Celtics
we also forget. Let's not forget too though. Rob got
as
hurt.
a
Rob
seventh
got hurt
seed?
too.
Oh, you talking
Rob
about
got
James Harden? No, you talking about James
yeah,
Harden?
but let's not forget that too though. One reason why people say that too because when Rob got hurt, when Rob got hurt it was all men. I don't think they could beat the Nets. They need Rob for the Nets. That was a narrative. Like that's we was it was on here talking about it. Let's not act like it didn't happen.
Well, at the end of the day, they both lost. The Nets lost
Yeah,
and the Celtics.
we're talking. People are talking shit like the Nets
I'm
gonna
just
win,
saying.
but ain't
Hold
nobody
on.
serious.
Nah, we
Right.
only brought that up. You only brought that up because y'all was talking about they beat the
And
Suns and
speaking of Mavericks team,
Luca beat the Suns.
and let's speak about that Mavericks
Man, ain't
team.
nobody thought the Mavericks finna beat the
Okay, that's
Suns.
true. I
Didn't
did.
nobody
I
think the
picked them. I
Mavericks? I
picked
mean, the
them.
Suns was
I
gonna
did.
do shit.
I
I mean,
did
because
though.
The
the
Suns
last
were the Western Conference champions
off
Okay,
last year.
that's a fact.
I
off
mean, the
injuries and
returning. You know what I
But
mean?
it was
guess
fluked
what?
out.
Guess what though, yo? You know what's crazy though? We talking about how bad Mavericks team. And let's don't get twisted. We know the Mavericks, the Celtics, Jayson Tatum supporting cast is better than the Mavericks supporting cast. We all know that. But they did win a playoff game without Luka. Let's not act like they did. They did
They
win a
won two
playoff game
playoff
without him.
games without Luka.
They
Actually,
won two.
Exactly.
They won two games
they
without Luca.
won two
So
playoff games
let's
without Luka.
not trying to act like let's not trying to make it seem like that he playing with a bunch of bum ass niggas because he's not. They
But but
not
but
they
but true though, they had Jalen Brown, Brunson. Then
Yeah, that's true.
they
But
had
Christian
Jalen
and
Brunson. Then
they got Christian
They
Wood
ain't have
now.
Hardaway
they don't
though.
have Jalen Brunson now.
No, but they got Christian Wood now. That's the same level of
Jalen,
talent.
but no, it's
Hardaway
not.
wasn't up
No, it's
there
not.
too.
Christian Wood is not on the level with Jalen Brunson.
I mean, they a big. Listen, they still looking. The Mavericks. Hey, they left off when they came with it. With Mavericks, what city it is?
They the third, the fourth
Exactly.
seed.
They. Hey, listen, it's working.
They the third or fourth seed. I think they the fourth seed.
no, the Mavericks were the fourth
Nah,
seed,
nah.
I think.
I think they're the
Citizen Lou
fourth
had.
seed.
It was a couple people besides me though. All Hitman X. It was a couple people besides me that. But like I said,
Yeah,
y'all motherfuckers.
I
I got
mean,
the, True, I got the cash caps to prove it.
Like, come on, bro. I won money. I won money off. Like, come on. Like, let's not do that, bro. We like
Shit, I
it,
ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I won money off of it too. I ain't even gonna cap. I won $200 off the
Mac Dev,
Celtics.
don't do the Mac
I
Dev, Mac
mean,
Dev,
I
Mac
See what
Dev.
had
I'm
I had
saying? See what I'm
Boston
saying?
4-1, but
Niggas
it's
believe the
most
Nets
niggas
really
had.
gonna win. Niggas,
I was
hey, that's why
arguing
you
niggas
got
down.
quiet earlier.
Niggas.
Just made some
Oh,
money too. That's why he got quiet.
Macduff.
Listen,
Hey, I won $200 off the
hold
net.
on.
The
And
Celtics
Matt
beat the Nets.
Ness were favored early by sports, but about the day before the series started, Boston was favored. Man, I don't want to hear that. I
That's how
don't even know.
that's how they cook them books on your stupid
I
ass.
don't want.
Yeah, that's how they got your ass
Listen.
back
I
there.
ain't
They
want.
had to cook
Yeah,
your money.
yeah. I ain't want to hear that because listen, because at the end of the day, listen, niggas call me crazy, and I said
They
five
do
games.
that.
When
Sturdy
I
say he
said
want to come in, not
when
true.
I said
Everybody
when I
but
Sturdy
said
say
me.
he want to come in.
come, I'm just saying it was. Listen, y'all niggas was overrating that so hard.
Yeah, they was. I mean, it just
I'm just
I
saying, Luca
but
always get the benefit of it, and that's the problem. And like I said, if you think Luca is better than Jason Tatum, I don't care. But he always get the benefit of the doubt. He always get the benefit of the doubt, but Jason Tatum can't.
right
No, wait a minute, wait
when
a minute.
Luca
I don't
lose,
think. See, I'm not saying that Luka is better than Jason Tatum. I'm just saying he's a better offensive player.
No, 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 no,
That's
no,
all I
no,
say. I don't
when
think
you
he's a better
say no,
player. I
look,
think
my
they about
issue.
even as far as players.
No, I think no, but when you say with somebody, cause way better, like
No,
way better.
offensive player. That's all I'm talking about. Offensive player. That's it.
but
For
my
the
thing
players
but my thing is
overall, I
though,
think they about even. For the players overall, I think they about even.
What up,
but don't
Sturdy?
defense put somebody over somebody else or we
That's
don't
why I say overall.
No,
Like if you saying overall, then
don't
yeah.
nobody rate Tatum over Luca. You
Mic
already
check.
know.
All right, listen. We about starts because this
yeah, I
shit get
mean,
out of hand.
Yo, yo,
We
y'all can
about
hear
to
me?
start. This shit get what up, Sturdy? What up,
oh what up,
Strong?
Sturdy? What up,
Yo,
Sean?
Mac.
Nah, let me
Sturdy right.
hold on. Let me
Sturdy
yo, let me
right.
just
Nigga, Sturdy right is crazy.
let me just let me just provide a little clarification for everybody. Um, True is right. They're on the same tier as players right now, but Luka is still better. I understand what people Tatum clears defensively, no question. Luka clears playmaking, no question. Rebound is about equal, and scoring slightly Luka, and it's not too far off. And I want to clarify this even more so. Luka does have more responsibility on the Mavericks than the Celtics. Luka has to be the Mavericks' best rebounder, best playmaker, best scorer, and facilitator, which, as we know, controls the pace and orchestrates the offense for your team. Jason Tatum has to be the best scorer, absolutely. He has to be one of the best playmakers on his team. He will have to be the best playmaker. He has to be one of the best rebounders on his team. He don't have to be the best rebounder. He has to be one of the best defenders on his team. He doesn't have to be. And that's not, and I don't like when people use the teammate or team situation argument anyway when evaluating individual players because you can't control who you play with. So, True is right. They on the same tier, but I think Luka is better. Not way better, but he's just better.
Yeah, that's
Now,
my whole face 30. That was my whole
and
face 30
now,
about the
and then
way.
true, and Lou was right, and I said this in the comment section a couple streams ago too. Is a narrative award, bro. Like there's only been last 25 years, there's only been 2 or 3 guys to win the MVP that wasn't favored in the top 5 preseason picks. 3 guys, last 25 years. So if you was
Crazy.
favored, but that just tells you how the league thinks. They want to give certain guys the award. Even guys like Joel Embiid, where Harden's out for multiple weeks, Maxey's about to be out multiple weeks, and I think they did a whole another play, but he can still win the award on the simple fact that if he gets the 76 to a 5th or 4th seed and still put up crazy stacks, he has that narrative on his side.
Yep.
Second place multiple years. I'm carrying team out Harden and Maxey. Same thing for Luka. Same thing. You can say the same thing about Steph. If the Warriors end up a 3 seed, he's still playing the same way. They can say the same thing. And just because I just want to take this home with this one. Just because a player gets an MVP does not automatically make him better. Majority of these awards are narrative awards. They're just for marketability. That's it.
Right. It also shows you how good they play. It ain't just, you know what I mean?
And that's all I was saying, man. I mean, Luka done got he going on his 4th first all team, and Jayson Tatum got his first last year. I mean, the script is written. They you know unless the Celtics win 75 games, Luka getting it. That's the only way they can
look at
go get it.
35 games is fucking
Look at
crazy.
the last 2 years. Look at the last 2 years.
Last
last 3 years,
3.
right?
Shit.
The Utah Jazz was number.
Get it.
The Utah Jazz was number 1 seed 3 years ago. Phoenix was number 1 seed, or 4 years ago. My bad. Phoenix was number 1 seed back-to-back years, and Devin Booker nor Donovan Mitchell got top three voting for MVP.
You shouldn't be claiming back them double teams.
Doesn't always go to the best player on the most winning team. It really goes to the best narrative first, with incredible stats and winning. Like that's how I've been for the last 25 years. But Sean, what you think, man?
Yeah, I actually agree with Sturdy on his points, man. I think is true. I would, if I were putting together a list, I would say Luka. I would have Luka higher on the list, but to True's point, the gap ain't that wide. I think it's just what their teams ask of them and need them to do on a night-to-night basis to win. But also think, again, sometimes it's hard not to separate who you play with, but we know that Tatum plays with another consistent all-star in Jaylen Brown. Can anybody name who the Mavericks' second best player is consistently?
That's good.
Right now it's Christian Woods. It ain't
right now it's Christian Woods.
Hey, so let me ask y'all though.
He's third.
If you put Jayson Tatum with the Mavericks right now, is he putting up the same numbers as Luka offensively?
No.
If you put Jaylen Brown on the Mavericks, Luka not get as many points.
Not the assist.
Or
He's not getting his head. What you mean? You say would Jay Taylor put the same exact numbers Luka is doing on the Mavs?
No, because he's not as good as a playmaker.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Can he
asking
carry
Luka-
that same responsibility?
Yo,
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. I just want to say this. No, it's just their game. Luka right now is leading the league in points in the post. I'm gonna repeat that for the people in the back. He's leading the league right now in
Jayson
points
Tatum ain't got
in
no
the post.
post game.
No. The point is,
now
you
just saying anything.
That's not what I'm saying.
You just saying
I
anything.
don't know what you're talking. Yeah,
No, what I'm saying, I'm simply saying what I'm saying is, right, when you evaluate players, you evaluate what they do and how well they do it comparative to their contemporaries. That's it. So what I'm saying is, the reason why Luka is better because he's simply more impactful offensively. Defense, like I said before, defensively is not as close.
I got to interject on that point because that's the Jason Kidd offense. That's what Jason Kidd does. That triple-double, high usage rate player type system. That's what he does.
He's been doing that well before
but
Jason Kidd got there. He's been doing that.
But Lou, what I'm saying is he has the capability. But Lou, what I'm saying is he has the capability of doing that. His game allows him to do that too, along with the situation. Because, like I said before, when the guy said, "Oh, and you switch those guys where they have the same production," we're not production. We're saying numbers. No, because their
They're
games
two
are not
different
the same
players. They're two
offensively.
different. Yeah, they're two
Exactly, they're
totally
not.
different players.
Jason
Tatum got a
Tatum
point
done
guard.
had less than 5 triple doubles in his whole career.
That's
Probably.
not who it. But that don't. That I mean, we're not
Okay,
saying
but
like
how
he.
many? Okay, but how many 40-point games Tatum done got in his career?
Honestly, compared to Luka, it might be close now. Like, like
I'm just saying.
Luka, bro. I'm
I'm
dead
just
ass,
saying.
man. Like,
Well, how
Those
many?
are two different like two styles of players. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do believe it. Jason numbers he's putting up now. Just tell him he would do the same thing on the Mavericks. You see the
He
numbers we
put
see
up he
now.
put up more scoring numbers because Luka jacking the ball up so much.
Jason
No,
If they
Tatum
but
jacking up
they're
as
not.
many
Jason Tatum
shots
more
No,
as each
efficient.
other,
the Mavericks are only heliocentric because Luka can play that way. If Tatum goes on that team, you will switch those guys. They're not playing
Yeah,
the same way.
they're not exactly. They're not playing the same way.
They're
They're
not.
not playing. They just not. It'd be a different.
Can I ask a question just real quick? And True, you probably know this, and Sturdy, maybe you do too. But anybody, when Tatum was coming out of Duke in the NBA draft, who were they comparing him to?
Kobe.
Carmelo. They converted Carmelo
It
Anthony.
was. They said he had the potential to be a better Melo. Yeah,
Yeah,
better
better
Melo.
Melo. Yeah, with defense. Melo with defense.
Melo with defense.
Oh, I thought it was Kobe.
Yeah,
Nah.
I heard it was like a hybrid of two guys. It was like Paul Pierce and Paul George. That he was kind of a hybrid of those two guys.
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
be
seen a
calling him
part
Paul
when the
George all the
Celtics
time.
drafted him. When the Celtics drafted him, they were saying like the Paul Pierce comparisons. But I definitely heard it was like before he got drafted. Period. They were saying like Melo because his size is three
He
level
is
scoring.
kind of he does kind of got a Paul George type game.
Yeah, I
They
mean he
say
does.
Ben
The
Yeah,
handle with the
Vereen. They
handle with
say
the
definitely
Ben
handle
Paul George.
Vereen like
with the
Melo.
handles. Yeah, he definitely Paul George
Not
comparable too.
even not just with the handles too.
The
The
defense,
way he
like
set up his
everything.
shots,
Yeah,
like the way he set up his shots, like even sometimes spots on the floor. Like
yeah.
he's unlike Paul George too, which I think they both need to start doing this too. They need to start implementing more so that mid range game because they're
No,
like a
no, what's the
3-point
name? Brad.
or finisher
No,
type.
Brad Stevens told him stop shooting mid range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
The
take
only
floaters
reason
now.
why
He
they
take
Oh, he
floaters now.
fucked his game up.
wait,
the only
Fucked
reason
his
why they
game up.
Nah, he
probably
don't. He
said
don't
Kobe
take.
is because Kobe
He
is his
take.
mentor.
Yeah, that was
He
a
take
couple
floaters now.
years
He take
ago.
he take floaters now.
Well, I mean, to be
I'm,
fair, the pull up mid range elbow jump shot is like the most heavily contested jumper in the whole
Yeah,
NBA.
I'd rather hit a
It's like the
floater.
hardest
It
shot in
is,
the NBA.
well, and
but it's
also
also the third most impactful shot too
Nah,
because
he
if you
still
look
yeah
at
he still
guys,
takes it though.
if you look at
Still
guys
takes it.
I mean, that's why
like
it's so
Chris
hard.
Paul,
Yeah.
I
Kawhi,
like the way
KD, like you master that shot, you can shoot that and you make that consistently. You can make
Yeah.
that against any defense.
James Harden was playing in Houston. That's why he was the
Hell
most
no.
efficient in the league.
yeah, I mean, the
What do
reason
you mean? The layups, the floaters, and the 3-pointers? That man was averaging over 35 a game.
I mean, I
And
think
Hate how that
the
man
really
plays,
issue
bro.
too with the mid range and why we don't see it from a lot of guys is because the analytics don't support it.
Right. What's his name? Didn't Rick Carlisle talk about that?
Yeah,
That nigga Jordan used to
no,
be
he talking
hitting
about the post
mid-range
up game.
shot with
He
his
talking about the
foot
post
on the
up game.
line.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Sir. It was
Mid-range.
post up
Mid
game. You're
range is
right.
hard.
It's
Period.
the
Is
post up game.
how teams guard it. How teams guard it
yeah,
is hard too.
No,
yeah.
it's more so the style of play of it. Like it's at the end of the day, it's a jump shot. So if no matter who you are, you're gonna have bad days of jump shooting that ball. So in the mid range, it's actually more disadvantageous when you miss it.
Right. Like
But
it's like
go ahead, Sean.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sturdy. Go ahead.
No, and after Sean, after you give your take, list a couple guys that you feel is underrated in the league.
No, I was just saying. I think that the issue is like back in the day, if you could take a 20-foot jumper, it was welcome, right? Because a 20-foot jumper does space the floor. But analytically now, it makes sense to take a step or two back because that's a three.
Right. It's more points, and I think that you get a higher chance for like offensive rebound too,
Right.
for like the long rebound.
And you can get back on defense if you miss.
Right. Yeah, depending on where it's coming from. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's why Brad Stevens was telling Tatum to stop shooting the mid ranges. He was telling him
Yeah,
to
he
stop.
was trying too hard to be Kobe. I think he was training with
He was
Kobe
trying
that
to give
off
him. He
season
was
or
trying to
something
also
like
give him
that.
to get to attack the basket even more. That's why it's like
yeah, Kobe was his mentor. That's why.
His idol, which okay, whatever. But
Being on, that's
Yeah, he
another
be
level.
fanboying for Kobe a little too hard.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit was cringe in the playoffs last
Oh,
year.
chill out,
Yeah,
man.
he
When
was
he
trying
Oh
to. He
yeah,
making
shit.
all
when he
these
was te- when
Kobe
he was
posts. He
text,
I
trying to dress
the
like
picture,
Kyrie
yeah, he was
the
texting
picture,
Irving.
Kobe and put
Nah,
the
the
mouth
text,
in
the
Kobe.
text was that shit was crazy. He ain't tell
That shit
nobody.
was cringy
the
though.
practice joint, yeah, that was. Oh
Yeah, he
my
wore the
god,
practice jersey in the
ah,
interview.
Yeah,
That shit was cringy as fuck.
nigga lame as fuck. I
hey,
love
Man,
he,
that
Tatum.
hey,
nigga land, my nigga,
Tatum
hey,
is
man
a good
died,
hey,
bro.
player.
What you, I
listen,
mean, the man died.
I just be
hey,
fucking with Tatum just to fuck with True, but Tatum he one of the top guys.
I mean,
Yeah, he's on it, though.
I mean,
Taylor's
I,
good.
I mean,
he meant to Apollo right now too. You know what
I mean, you know, Mingle Justin, my grandfather was like the best person I ever knew in my life, but I don't wear his old T-shirt around the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Yeah,
But that's different though, bro.
no,
Everybody,
Y'all make it seem like it's a Kobe boy,
listen to what I'm gonna
boy.
say
He
though.
just stole that shit.
Everybody's different though.
nah,
Everybody's different, like far as that
yeah.
goes.
Some of them players did
You
have a
know, people
relationship
different.
with Kobe though.
yeah, I
People
mean,
different. People
he
do
did,
stuff
He
different. You
did
gotta
too, though.
understand that.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, hey, man.
Man, fuck all that.
I mean, you know, I mean, he
People
don't
do stuff different.
usual
You
stuff.
know.
Man, at the end of the day, with that mess, man, leave that alone. Anyway, to answer Sturdy's question about underrated hoopers, I got to say SGA this year. I know he's OKC. He might be putting himself in that untradeable category.
Yep.
Shit, the Clippers didn't want to trade him for Paul